Super Draco here, and welcome back to Why, the show where I don't always have a good answer to that question. So this is the second motorcycle from that previous pack. Um, so we're just gonna pick up and go. Man, I did not think that all the way through. But staying in, you can appreciate my inability to improv. So anyway, so we're continuing with the motorcycle build. So for those who are unfamiliar with my content, when I build Lego, it's just a chill experience. So what I do is I just like to talk to whoever's listening, or they can just mute me and put whatever audio they want on, whatever works for you. Again, I don't judge your preferences. Unless you say Gundam 00 is the best Gundam anime of all time. Then I have a lot of questions for you. So anyhow, so this motorcycle is almost entirely identical to the Captain America one, except for the tail end. So I guess we'll just jump around and talk about random stuff. So the My Hero Academia manga is actually by the time I'm recording this, I think the individual issue had just released, and I think the volume release is August 5th, so by the time this video is up, it'll have officially ended. It had its ups and downs, but I think it unjustly got a large quantity of hate. Mainly because how do I put this eloquently, or not even eloquently, just not stupid. I think it got a lot of hate for it approached the villains in a more nuanced manner, because most of the villains, save for All for One, were complex characters and were a mix of a creation of their own experiences and how society failed them on a fundamental level. And I actually appreciated how they approached them, that in truth, that different ways of approaching the villains. Because while they could easily have just killed most of them, never had a second thought about it, and been justified in doing so, it doesn't change the world. It doesn't change the problems that created these villains. And so I believe the mangaka is Horikoshi, I believe. But I appreciate the author approaching the villains in a much more nuanced way. Was it perfect? No. Did it have flaws? Yes. Were some of them glaring? Absolutely. Did the ending feel rushed? Very much so. But if what I've read is true, and that the author is having severe issues with pain and whatnot, I do hope that the author's recovery is they take some time off and recover properly. So that aside, I've also been catching up on One Piece's manga. It's been quite good. And I had a laugh because somebody told me that the costumes for the Egghead Island arc, especially for the women, were designed in such a way because Ichiro Oda wanted an excuse to draw women's backsides better. I find that hilarious if it's true. If it's not true, I'm still going to propagate it because it's funny. I mean, not like I have enough reach to propagate it anywhere, but for those that are here, I appreciate you. So we're past the halfway mark. As you can see, this build is moving a little faster, but just because it's been almost identical. Let's see. So I'm excited to see Transformers 1 when it's officially released. That looks like it's going to be excellent, and I mean, it probably isn't a surprise I want to go see it, given I'm a Transformer nerd. Even though I don't do my review show very often. Speaking of, I don't think I'm going to get any of the toys from Transformers 1, even though I like the concept. Because some of them I get, some of them I don't. I'm just not a fan of Alpha Trion. I don't get why they keep repeatedly making him a beast former. Onyx Prime was the beast former. Not Alpha Trion. So I don't get it. It's like, because Alpha Trion is like a symbol of wisdom. And I kind of get the whole jungle, the whole beast aesthetic visual appearance conflicting with his personality idea, but still, if you give him the beast form, then what is Onyx Prime now? Anyway, that'll be the end of my little mini rant. Because there's only one Alpha Trion figure in my collection, and he's a third-party one that I genuinely do not know what company made it. Having said that, though, I love that figure, what they did with him. If you want to see him in an episode of Unnamed Transformer Review Show, put it in the comments. And that's my fishing for engagement. Still makes me feel skeezy, but here we are. I think I used to say slimy. I wonder why I moved on to skeezy. And that was a moment of ADD with Super Draco. Anyhow, so this is probably one of the big differences. The front of this motorcycle actually has forks on it, and obviously doesn't have the thing to store Cap's shield. And it's using one of those hinge bricks. Now the handlebars are almost exactly the same. Again, they look good, but at the same time I've been thinking about, and they're just not super functional. Anyhow, so for the back, we're going to add these clips to the back so that it can hold Black Widow's, well, I guess they're stun rods or stun batons or something. Stun sticks, I guess. I don't know what you call them. Whatever they are, but they're just lightsaber blades that the Lego one holds. I mean, I wish they would put some paint on them or something, but anyhow, I'm overthinking one of these cheapo sets that I was given as a gift. So with this, we're about done. Thanks for watching. Check me out on Fiction Press. Chapter 5 will be up sometime in August. And see you for Ecto 1 after this, or I'm sorry, Optimus Prime after this video.